Rwanda is the country located in East Africa. Most of Rwandese live by farming. That's why Rwanda government decides to improve it in order for farmers to become professionals. The National University of Rwanda, NUR, has many alumni in Faculty of Agriculture. They help much Rwandan government to improve Rwanda agriculture. NUR is a member of the Regional Universities Forum for Capacity in Agriculture known as Ruforum. This is a consortium of 32 universities in Eastern, Central, and Southern Africa established in 2004. The consortium had previously operated as a program of the Rockefeller Foundation, which began in 1992. Ruforum is registered in Uganda as an international non-governmental organization. It has a mandate to oversee graduate training and networks of specialization in the common market for Eastern and Southern Africa countries, also known as COMESA. Specifically, Ruforum recognizes the important and largely unfulfilled role that universities play in contributing to the well-being of small-scale farmers and economic development of countries throughout the sub-Saharan African region. In response to capacity gap and severe shortage of highly trained scientists, amongst other things, within the realm of agriculture in Rwanda, agricultural organizations, for example, Farmer Izar, Ruforum offered a lifeline, particularly through the opportunities provided for master's level training between 2008 and 2010 for RAB scientists. 11 master's candidates of RAB were hosted in various African universities. All these people have already returned home and are providing important contributions for agriculture development in Rwanda through Rwanda Agriculture Board. They have been deployed in different locations of the country in order to fill the gaps and are grappling with the country's agricultural issues while identifying, generating, and delivering research and extension outputs that meet the needs of small-scale farmers. 6 other Rwanda master's students were trained with support of Ruforum, are also back at the National University of Rwanda.
I said that this system uses steaming. It means we have a pump down there. It pumps the water. Then the water comes in this box. These plants will suck water using these roots. As I said, it is a soilless. You see that it is a soilless. There is no soil. And then these roots are the one to suck water, then and to feed the whole plant.
Mr. Ndachaisenga Teofil is one of them. His master's holder in plant breeding and seed system of the College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences at Makerere University under Ruforum support. After his master's study, he has been appointed in Northern Agriculture Zone Division as researcher in the potato program in Rwanda Agriculture Board. He's in charge of potato germplasm conservation, potato variety improvement, and potato variety evaluation. The knowledge he received through Ruforum is helping in his daily activities and development of Rwanda.
The training I got at Makerere University under Ruforum, it is very important considering my job, because if I start here where in this screening house we are, I said that I was trained in the plant breeding and the seed system. So this is the first, this is the component of seed system. Because among the tasks I have is to produce foundation seed of potato. So here we are reproducing foundation seed. Meaning here we will harvest mini tubers of potato. This is the starting point of seed. The seed system is very important because Outside here, you see in Rwanda, there are many consumers of potato. So, producing seed, it means this seed will be benefit by seed multipliers in our country. Then seed multipliers will multiply. After multiplying, the seed will go to farmers. Then farmers will grow good quality of seed. So when a farmer plant good quality of seed, it means he will get enough yield, he will get enough money, and the family will raise income. So basically, this component of seed, it will help crop productivity at farmer level.
Mr. Dusengemungu Leonidas graduated with Masters in Agriculture Extension Education from Makerere University in 2008-2010 with the Ruforum support. After the master's training, he rejoined the Rwanda Agriculture Board in 2010. He is currently the socioeconomist researcher at Rwanda Agriculture Board, head of agriculture innovation platforms in 2012. After his deployment, Mr. Dusengemungu organized farmers and other stakeholders and grouped them into innovation platforms.
The trainings received from Ruforum is too much helping because it was related to the methods to talk to farmers, to identify their constraints, and to respond to their needs. So I find very helpful that training from Ruforum. You can say their lives are slightly improved because when we reached in this village, farmers were ready to leave and go elsewhere to find better soils. But with the control of soil erosion, they are now settling down, and they are cropping without a lot of problems.
Mr. Gafishi Martin is a Rwanda national. He is master's holder in plant breeding and seed system from Makerere University. He benefited from Ruforum support during his master's training in 2008 to 2010. After rejoining the Rwanda Agriculture Board, he was deployed in Northern Agriculture Zone Division as researcher in the maize program and head of RAB Kinigi Station, responsible for on-station research activities. His main responsibilities include development of maize varieties, including inbred lines and hybrids for high altitudes of Rwanda, and helping farmers.
What I'm trying to do now, after achieving my studies, is to try to develop maize varieties which are suitable to this environment. Mainly, maybe let us start by OPVs. We are developing new OPVs, open pollinated varieties. And we developed them from a very popular population called the Pool 8A, but which has yellow grains. This maize is not good for the market. What we do is just to change the color of that variety, or to transfer those genes of these adapted varieties to other populations. We use that variety and we develop white-grained varieties from that yellow maize. That is one. Second, in Rwanda, you know, the agriculture policy is to produce, is to develop varieties which are high yielding, and those are hybrids. We don't have our own hybrids here. Even the hybrids which are being planted here in this zone are bought from seed companies from South Africa and elsewhere. Now we are trying to develop our own hybrids. And we have started the development of inbred lines that I started just when I finished my studies. We are now at S3. We have them here. And right here we are going to plant this S3 to develop S4s in this season. After developing those lines, we are going to try to develop our own hybrids and not continue to depend on importation of hybrid from outside. It's what we are trying to do. Those are the two main activities that we are carrying out in this zone. And thanks to Ruforum, because all of this is done by me, because I am the only one working in this zone, this province, northern province. I also go beyond that and go to the western zone, because we don't have any person qualified in maize. The good material that we receive from here, we take them to the farmers. Farmers are getting a lot of money from out of this maize.
We are trying to develop our own varieties. So now we are making hand pollinated crosses. This is the hand pollinated crosses, so that after pollination, he's pollinating and he's tying, so that bees or other insect can't come and pollinate, because we know the parent. This will be the female parent, but we got a flower from the male parent. So after pollination, we need to wait for some days so that we can get a true seed.
This is Mr. Damien Shumbusha. He obtained his master's in plant breeding and seed system at the College of Agriculture and Environment in Makerere University. With Ruforum support, immediately after completing his master's study, he rejoined RAB's sweet potato program as researcher, and he has been the head of the program and in-country leader of Sweet Potato Action for Security and Health in Africa project called SASHA in Rwanda Superfoods Proof of Concept. By his knowledge, he serves much his country.
Using the knowledge, the skills I got from MSc studies, I developed a sweet potato program. Now, as you can see, we have a crossing block, the other side there, where we can develop our own varieties. We used to import varieties before. We used to import varieties from elsewhere and evaluate them in our environments and then select the best varieties. But now we have a crossing block where we can get our own seeds and develop our own varieties. This is the first thing. The second, now we are able to use clean planting materials. Like these varieties you can see in the screen house. Those are the clean sweet potato planting material gotten from tissue culture lab. And this clean planting material, after 2 months, we transfer it to the farmer's field. Now farmers can get a high yield because they have used clean planting material.
Habarudema Innocent did his master's studies in the Department of Plant Breeding at Makerere University with the Ruforum scholarship. After rejoining the Rwanda Agriculture Board, he was deployed in Northern Agriculture Zone Division as a researcher and the head of weed program, where he coordinates with research and extension activities in Rwanda. He recognizes what Ruforum did for him.
Actually, we have been lucky to be involved in that program, in a breeding program, because with the East African community, for example, we realized that that Ruforum wanted us to be developed using the breeding process, because currently we are still relying on importing wheat, for example, from outside, because we don't have our own varieties. So using the knowledge I got from Makerere University through Ruforum, we can develop our own varieties that are appropriate, that are accepted or acceptable and adoptable by farmers and the millers and consumers. So that is the positive impact of Ruforum on Rwandan agricultural development.
Her name is Wizerwa Matilda, soil scientist, master's holder of Makerere University. She benefited from Ruforum support during her master's training in 2008 to 2010. After joining the Rwanda Agriculture Board, she was deployed in Southern Agriculture Zone Division as a researcher and the head of soybean program, where she is coordinating soybean research and extension activities in Rwanda. She has been recently redeployed in Eastern Agriculture Zone Division with the task of mobilizing farmers to produce the required soybeans for a soybean factory recently established in Eastern Province. Her knowledge impacts agriculture transformation, and she helps a lot others to improve their capacity.
It's required to go along all the Rwanda to initiate the farmers, to train them, to create the agro dealers, how they can use and improve soybean production. Both those two, extension and research, we have to do it. And we have in extension, you have to work closely with farmers, closely with cooperatives, closely with industries to see whether they can improve. Like now we got two companies, there is ZAD, which is non-agricole. It came from South Africa. They want to enhance the soybean in Rwanda. They plan to bring 4 varieties. And then we have also Sidco. It came last year. We are working closely to improve soybean, the certified seed, which one we have to serve the farmers. Then I have trained the different kind of students from UNL, from KIST, on microorganisms. Then they are happy. They are interested to do even the industry.
Tea is one of the main important plants in Rwanda. Wilson Dufitumukiza is a soil scientist. He's also completed his master's study under Ruforum support at Egerton University in Kenya in January 2012. Currently, he's the head of the tea program, where he coordinates research and extension activities related to tea crop.
When we are doing such visits, we are we are talking with farmers in a participatory manner so that they give us what they wish we do. So we develop projects that help to address their constraints. That's why, as I said earlier, we put in place this study on evaluation of tea varieties. And other things, when we are talking, they tell us what we could help in improving their production.
As one of Ruforum's strategic goals is to increase the participation and voice of women in research, production and marketing, this forum supported Mrs. Oliva Munezero in her master's study at Ergeton University in 2008.
So we sample feed and inserted here. Then after a given period of hours, we remove to monitor the degradability of the feed. Yeah. Apart from that, also we take the liquor, rumen liquor, to know the quality of the feed, whereby we analyze the volatile fatty acid within it, and even we can know the effect of the nutrient of energy loss through methane production. Okay, as you see, this method is not more convenient for us under development countries, because the animal normally it requires to be in a well-confined environment, where an environment which is more favorable to it, so that it can stay like this without any problem in life. So that's why we are trying to adopt a new method of analyzing feed degradability, but using the rumen liquor from the abattoir.
After coming back to Rwanda, Umunezero was appointed in Southern Agriculture Zone Division as a researcher in the field of agroecology for animal nutrition. She helps farmers.
The most important knowledge I obtained from my MSc degree, sponsored by Ruforum, was here, as you see, I can monitor the feed degradability in the rumen of any ruminant animal, whereby I can know the quality of our available grasses and legumes which are in Rwanda and which all the population can afford to buy or to cultivate in their field. Here what we do in research, we monitor each and every grasses we have and legumes, and after that we take the best to the population so that they may use it to feed their animals.
Maximilian Manzi presently is working in Rwanda Agriculture Board as Director Livestock and Extension in Eastern Province. At the same time, he is a senior researcher. His activities are the fruit of Ruforum.
Actually, my first degree, I graduated from Addis University with a Doctor of Veterinary Medicine, and from Ethiopia, I joined the former ISAR, and I was working as an animal breeder, but it was a bit challenging because the background was not animal breeding. So following training in the area of animal breeding, I did really I developed enough, knowledge in the area of animal breeding, And that's when I really started working, knowing exactly what I was doing, because before the challenges which I had with only veterinary background couldn't let me really work very well. And presently in Eastern Province, actually we have two stations where we have livestock breeding, and one station is Kalama Research Station. In that station, it's where we genetically improve our indigenous goats, and we improve them through selection within the indigenous goats, and through crossbreeding, and also we've got another flock of indigenous goats, and those goats that we normally keep at that place, it's indigenous goats, Gala goats, which we got from Kenya, and we've got also Boer goats, which we bought from South Africa. And also in the same station, we've got our indigenous Ankore cattle. And for Ankore cattle, we only improve them through within herd selection.
Narcisse Moringa is an assistant lecturer at the National University of Rwanda on the Faculty of Agriculture. He's also a senior researcher. He's master's holder from Kenyatta University. He benefited from Ruforum support during his master's training. He did much to the National University of Rwanda.
Ruforum helped me by in pursuing my master's degree in agribusiness management and trade in Kenyatta University in Kenya, and where I got much skills and knowledge that currently I'm using it in teaching and also in the research that I'm doing. Towards to the development of the country, I've contributed to the education of more than 500 students who graduated within those 2 years that I'm working at the National University of Rwanda. And we did a lot of research and towards to the development of the country, where we did more than 25 research so far, and more than among those 25, 2 papers have been published in African journals, and of course those knowledge that I got from National and Kenyatta University, I'm now disseminating it to the youth and to the young researchers in Rwanda.
All those graduates trained by Ruforum thanks Ruforum for the support that enabled them undertake master's training and for preparing them well for field work. Ruforum currently operates in 11 COMESA member countries: Burundi, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Ethiopia, Kenya, Malawi, Rwanda, Sudan, Swaziland, Uganda, Zambia, and Zimbabwe.
With Ruforum, at least now I got the confidence in research with when I am together with my peers. I feel sincerely, I feel confidence of myself in what I am doing.